Alright, so in this video we're going to be talking about solving quadratics by completing the square. So we have a quadratic right here, x squared plus 4x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now, like looking at the title of the video, you can probably guess that the quadratic's not factorable. And you can verify this for yourself by pausing the video and just trying to factor it. You'll see that you can't do it. So in completing the square, the main idea really is that if you have a quadratic with the form x squared plus bx, you can turn into a perfect square by adding on a special number, and the special number is b over 2 all that's squared. And then you turn into a perfect square and it'll factor like this, so x plus b over 2 all that's squared. Right, so it's pretty cool because you can take any quadratic with any middle term, and you can just add on a special number at the end, b over 2 all that's squared, and you can turn just any quadratic into a perfect square. So we're going to exploit that property with our quadratic right here. So I mean, the quadratic's not factorable, it's definitely not a perfect square, so you can probably guess that 1's not a special number. So we're going to want to make way for that special number. So what we're going to do is that we're going to subtract 1 on both sides. So we get x squared plus 4x equal to negative 1. Alright? So basically what we did here, we just made room for a special constant that we're going to add on at the end. So to get our special constant, we'll just add on, well, let me just write this first. So we'll add on just our middle term divided by 2, all that's squared. So for our quadratic, we're going to add 4 over 2 squared. And what we do to one side, we do to the other side, right? So we just add on the same thing to the other side. So 4 over 2 squared. Now it's just simple arithmetic, really, because you have 4 over 2, that's just 2. 2 squared is, well, 4. So we're really doing x squared plus 4x plus 4 equal to negative 1 plus 4. Right? Now, this is a perfect square quadratic. It's always guaranteed to be because we added on our special number. So we can factor it like this. X plus 4 over 2. Remember, a middle term divided by 2. And all that's squared. You got negative 1 plus 4 is just 3. Now if we do more arithmetic, you get 4 over 2 as just 2, right? So you get x plus 2 squared is equal to 3. Now, you can see that this is a very easy quadratic to solve. I mean, you just take the square root and then just do plus minus all that stuff, right? So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to just take the square root of both sides. So I'm going to show my work right here. So we get x plus 2 in absolute value equals to the square root of 3. Now you know how to do absolute value. Just got x plus 2 is equal to plus or minus root 3. The plus or minus drill. And then we're basically done. Just subtract 2 both sides. We'll get x equal to plus or minus root 3 minus 2. And that's our answer. So completing the square, really not that bad because of our special property right here. You can actually derive the quadratic formula using this. I might do a proof later on, or maybe in a future video. But all I know is that for now, in the next video, I'm going to show you how to solve the exact same equation using the quadratic formula. So stay tuned for that.